Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while. I've been a little bit busy, and I'm going to start off today's ride with a bit of a river crossing. And I'll be honest with you, that looks deep already, and I don't want to do it. I've not ridden my bike in ages, and yeah, this seems quite a daunting prospect, to be honest with you. Flip. Do I go for it or not? That is deep, like. Oh. That was deep, I gotta say. That's not ideal, is it? Oh, I'm so nervous about today, getting out and about on the bike, that I just, like, the basics that I'd normally do, just I'm not thinking straight. And I'm sure there's some of you out there who can understand, but yeah, I haven't ridden this bike for ages. And just to give you an update then of what I've been doing, I've just been getting my life sorted, really. The last ride out I did, you'll have seen there was a few people out and about, and I just thought, you know what, there's no point in risking this anymore. Not that I'm doing anything bad, it's just there's so many people out there enjoying the scenery. Look at that, for starters. You know, that yeah, there's new people exploring places where I ride, and I just thought it's going to be too dangerous, I'm going to end up knocking someone over. So I thought, get back, sort your bike out. So I got a new chain, new bits and bobs, new sensors and whatnot. I got a new spring, so my fat backside is a bit more suspended, I suppose you could say. But I've only just set off, and I've set off from over there. My van is over there, so the bike is naturally cold. I should warm it up, really. But I suppose I can do that while I'm riding. I gotta say, this spring underneath me already is feeling really good. I've made a few, like, changes to the settings of my camera as well. Turns out I was like, I didn't have it in the best kind of view settings, so you couldn't really see much of the bike. And a few other things, you know, frame rates and whatnot. So we'll see how it goes. I've been doing some other things as well. I've been, like, mountain bike riding, so that's been fun. My two brothers got mountain bikes, and we all started hitting the trails, which is, like, really cool. It's just a nice way to get out and about and do stuff. Man, that is deep. So if anybody has ever ridden here, you'll know where I am, just judging by that big dam that I was looking at earlier. But for anybody who hasn't seen this area before, this is a green lane that goes from the Claerwen Dam, or Claerwen if you're English. No offence, I live in England, and a lot of my mates are English, so yeah. That's a nasty little dip. Oh, sheep everywhere. Sorry lads, I don't mean to scare you. Go on, boys. Sheep are crazy little things, you don't know where they're gonna roll. I had a little lamb under the front of my bumper one day in my van. I don't know where the hell he came from, but I know where he went. I got out, and he was alive, he was all good and well. I thought, oh no, he's had it, like. But he was alright. and off he went, and then his mates came and said hello, and I think they were after like compensation. But they didn't get any. I went and flew my drone then instead, you know. Speaking of drones, what do you think of that footage? It's nice to get a bit of sunshine to be able to sort of give you a nice view of that kind of stuff. Because if it was raining, that drone would not have come out to play. So yeah, this is a green lane, believe it or not. That means you've got to be fully legal to ride it. I can't get over the difference this rear spring makes on the shock. It's just unbelievable. The bike is moving now the way I want it to move on. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, like. And even though I haven't ridden this bike for ages as well, you know, I feel like more comfortable than I did the last time I rode it. I just pulled my brakes and nothing's happening, so yeah, they've been a bit too wet, I think. Oh, it's so nice to be out. Yeah, so as you know, like as I mentioned earlier, I've taken a bit of a break from all this. I just needed a bit of a time out, as they say. You know, I kind of decided to make this channel as a kind of a way to start getting back out and enjoying the bike riding, but it started to become a chore because I couldn't get out to certain places. I planned something and then you'd get there and there was people everywhere, and it just scuppers everything, and then you get a bit down in the dumps about it. And yeah, what can I say? You live and learn, and I've taken a bit of time off just to try and figure a few things out. And yeah, it's kind of worked really. I feel loads better in myself. The work-life balance is better. This bike rides better because of the TLC I've given it. And yeah, it just kind of opens your eyes a bit, you know. You just need to take a step back sometimes, reevaluate, and then go for it again, like. But I still don't think this bike is running right. And I'm going to have to look at that crank something or other sensor. The crank pressure sensor, I think it's a CPS or something they call it. And yeah, it just needs a bit of a look, see what's going on with it. And they're not cheap, so I'd rather... Flipping it, it's so bouncy. Yeah, I'd rather just do a bit more testing and see how it feels. It could just be a bit cranky because it hasn't been running properly, although it's not making a weird noise like it was making before I changed the spark plug and the hell's it called? The water temperature sensor. So we'll see. It's not like I'm building up loads of revs along this bouncy road, like. I gotta say though, I'm feeling it, you know. I've not ridden a bike for ages, so I got arm pump. I can feel the handlebar imprints in my hand, and it's just a lesson, you know. Bike fit is a thing, and you just gotta get out and put the miles in. So I intend to do that now. Obviously it'd be a bit easier to do if you had people to ride with, which I haven't at the minute. me and my mates, we live in all sorts of different parts of the country and we have to meet up to do it, but yeah, you know, it'll come. I was trying to rush something and it just wasn't happening. And yeah, here we are, day one, back out on the bike, just enjoying life, enjoying the nice weather, and taking in the scenery. Alright then, so we're going back the other way now, and what I've done is I've set my drone up to follow me, so quite keen to see how this works again. It's been a long time, but it just looked like it was close to the floor, and we can't have that. But yeah, I'm hoping the battery lasts as well, because I want to get a nice picture by the dam. On the shoulder front I had a scan not so long back. They had to like inject a dye into me, check it all out, everything, and the joint itself is actually really good. So it's just, we're getting close to that stage now where it's gotten stronger, so now I need to do more strength training, which takes me into the gym actually when I come off leave next week. Do you know what now? I don't know where my drone is, so we'll try and find that now, shall we? First time I've ever done that. Oh, that stuff's slippery like. Honestly, it's so nice to have the suspension the way it's feeling. It kind of makes me help the front, move the front better, because the back end isn't sort of bouncing up and down. It's such a pleasure. 120 quid well spent on the old WP. I think it was the 95 Newton meter spring, or it could be the 45 Newton meter. It's the 45, that's what it is, because the weight is up to 95. So it's 85 to 95 kilogram limit, as opposed to the 75 to 85 that comes standard. We'll see how we'll see what the year brings. I'm hoping to get out and about and do more things now, and just see the rest of everything else that's available to us enduro / dirt bike riders, because let's be fair, there's not a lot, is there, unless it's an organised event. Or unless you got people, you know, people who got private land. That is a goal of mine, to own my own field one day, but I think that's a bit of a, well, not a pipe dream, but it's a few years to come yet. I mentioned in an old video of mine about tanking it through some puddles, and it was these puddles, and yeah, it makes me laugh how, like, sort of, when I first started riding on these trails and stuff, I didn't really give the terrain its dues or the respect it deserved, you know. I would just go hammering into the big puddles, thinking, yeah, the faster you get through here, the better it'll be, but didn't really think about the big ass rocks that would be stuck in the middle of it. And thankfully it never caught me out. But yeah, I'm a little bit older and, I wouldn't say wiser, just experienced. But I gotta say, it is good fun riding through big puddles. Like a child, you know? Picked the wrong time to wipe my lens then, didn't I? Right before a big puddle.
I bought one of those Husqvarna tyre changers the other day. Epic little thing. But I spent quite a bit on it beforehand. Yeah, I spent about, I can't remember how much it was, about 50 quid on inner tubes before I bought it, because I pinched them a couple of times when I was changing them over. You couldn't get any mooses at all when I was looking, and yeah, I ended up buying some ultra heavy duty inner tubes at 25 quid a piece, and then pinching them on the rim. So I bought the Husqvarna tyre changer, and yeah, it kind of reduced the swearing and like how much you spend on inner tubes, because you can do it properly. So yeah, I recommend that if there's something you've like been umming and ahhing about. Saves you paying somebody 20 odd quid, I suppose, over however many times you change a tyre, you know. Ah, I just clipped neutral. I'm good at doing that. I need to get back on the balls of my feet as opposed to leaving my feet forward and under the lever. It's not the best thing to do. But hey, it feels like I'm like brand new on a bike again. I know I'm like not excellent to begin with anyway, but yeah, it's fun to just be out on the bike and doing what I should be doing, getting out and enjoying riding it and enjoying filming. So the good thing is, now that we can do it, never find that gear either. Yeah, now that we can do it, I'm going to do it more often. And obviously I'm going to do more mountain biking, because I absolutely love that. Might put a couple of videos on the channel, but we'll see. We will see. I gutted my drone run out of battery. I wanted to get a nice picture in front of the dam. So you never know, I might be able to go back to the van and maybe there's enough charge in one of the other ones. My eyes are streaming because I didn't put my goggles down. Don't recommend doing that. Back through El Rivero now. And I think what I might do for a change is go up top and have a ride around the big res, but you won't see that because I think that's enough footage for today, especially after I fall in here now. Hey, river crossing, nailed it. And yeah, what I'll do now, guys, I'll leave you to it. Thank you very much for watching this one. Thank you for staying with me, those of you who have. Thank you for those of you who are joining the channel. For those of you that are new, I'm really tired. It's not bike fit at all now. It's all gone. Yeah, I really do appreciate it. You know, it's a journey, that's for sure. And yeah, if you're getting out on your bike soon, enjoy yourself. And I'll catch you on the next video. Take it easy.